Straight out the boot room to Wembley, our second home. We come to conquer, no, we never walk alone. We dominate the cream of the crop, drawing all our strength from the roar of the cock. It's all for one and one for all. Pass a move, we're talking total football. Here we go again, Roy's red machine. Liverpool, the greatest team the world has ever seen. Pass a move, it's the Liverpool crew. Pass a move, it's the Liverpool crew. Pass a move, 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 it's the Liverpool crew.
Hello and welcome back to the Liverpool Groove. Didn't do an episode last week. Internationals being on didn't seem much of a point. Thought we'd do one nice and fresh this week, ready for the City game. Very quickly, just touch on the last couple of games that we have missed. So Toulouse, shite. Next.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, we should have got a draw out of it, if we're being honest. But I mean, we didn't deserve it, so I wasn't as arsed as I would have been if we'd have played Boss and didn't get the draw. You know what I mean?
One of them games where I was actually doing what I hate seeing people do, is sat like commenting on Twitter while the game's on and that, and we scored that goal, and I just put ha 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 ha, fucking get in, and then it got ruled out, and I was like, I can't delete that now because too many people have liked it.
Yeah.
And then no one knew what was going on, but crazy. It's definitely a goal, but not to be.
No, I'd say it's one of them. I would have been fuming if we'd have played well and just conceded a few unlucky goals, and had that ruled out at the end. I would have been fuming. But how badly we played, we were lucky, in my opinion, to be fucking in the position to go and get an equaliser. Like I reckon, we were awful. It was our worst performance of the season by far.
Yeah, just lethargic and lacked. I think the players lack a bit of interest in them games where you'd expect to just win. I think we've said the same about like atmospheres and that at Anfield, where we turn up to games where we just disrespect the opponents and it's just a bit flat and shit. But one of them.
Yeah, that's it. Not really more to say.
They were up for it, to be fair to their crowd. Like,
yeah, I was just going to say, hats off to Toulouse and their fans.
They were loud. Yeah, brilliant. Our few that went, they were loud. Fucking looked like they were enjoying it. And then I don't think you can enjoy that game for too long. Like, we were shite.
Yeah.
You should have given it back to some of the travellers there.
No, Toulouse probably should have had maybe one or two more as well, if in all honesty. But look, it's one of them. You chalk it off. We're still very much in control of the group. We've got Lask on next Thursday, I think, haven't we? Which is the final home game of the group. So get it wrapped up there. You forget about that come the end of the season. So it's just one of them. You just chalk it off. Thought he responded well though. Against Brentford. Simicast against Toulouse was shocking. Thought he was the worst player on the pitch. I was ready to sell him there and then. To his credit, thought he was brilliant against Brentford.
Yeah, I agree. I think like sometimes you just have games where everyone's shite. Now, Simicast has not had a good season based on where we think he's at. There was talks a year or two ago saying, is he going to replace Robbo because he's that good? I think we get a bit blinded by his passion sometimes and his little sessions where he speaks Scouse and that, and we just love him for it. But yeah, he's been the shadow of what we think he is this season, and then he turned up against Brentford and he had a fucking good goal. And like many players, what I love about him is he doesn't hide, doesn't shy away, still gets stuck in, but he is like Salif Diao with these fucking crazy tackles for no reason. He needs to swear it. It's like every game. He's a nails on booking, isn't he? Unless I bet on him, and then he doesn't get booked, obviously. But yeah, mate, do you know what? Some fans seem to just enjoy when Dave said it plays shit and then he plays shit. Whereas I'd rather go, we played shit last game, but I'm made up that he picked up the next game. And, if he can pick his levels up and keep them where they're at, then happy days. Robbo will have competition and we don't have to go into the market. But, everyone's knee-jerk, aren't he? He has a few bad games and all of a sudden he's absolutely dog shit. But he'll have a few good games and we'll be like, wow, is Robbo getting a game and he comes back? So, see where we go.
Yeah, no, admittedly, I was one of the ones who was knee-jerk after the Toulouse game, but I think that was just the nature of that game, just the way we played. But I'm made up. He proved me and a lot of people wrong against Brentford. But Brentford probably wasn't a 3-0 game, really. I think Brentford actually played quite well. We just took our chances.
Yeah. And that was a little bit like Salah's second goal. I don't even think we celebrated. It was just like fucking mad flat game again. It was just weird. It just seemed too easy when we were attacked and we scored, but we were never quite safe until the third went in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I thought we played well. I thought we controlled the game well. We deserved to win, obviously. But yeah, I think 3-0 was a bit flattering. But deserved it for Jota's goal alone.
Yeah, definitely. Endo's tackle, right decision on the day.
100,000,000%.
Yeah.
Not even a debate. Like, I can't. If that had been a red card, you might as well have just imploded the football leagues and just said we're not playing anymore. It's fucking pointless. Non-contact sport. They've gone in. They've both done the exact same movements. Only Endo's been a little bit quicker and took the ball away. He's won the ball. He's physically come out of the tackle with the ball at his feet in a 50-50. So yeah, no foul whatsoever.
Yeah. Robbie, who's Robbie? Thomas Frank's response to it after the game, I thought was, I can understand where he was coming from. I don't agree with what he was saying necessarily, but he hasn't come out fuming. And he's just basically said, I don't know if you've seen it, he's said if, just based on this season, if the Rashford one against Copenhagen was a red card, if Curtis Jones against Tottenham was a red card, if all these red cards that are getting given this season was a red card, then that is a red card as well. He said, I don't think it's a red card, but based on what they're giving this season, I think it should have been one, kind of thing. I think he was quite measured in the way he's approached it. He hasn't gone in fuming at the ref. He hasn't gone in fuming at Endo or Liverpool in any way. He's just kind of said, essentially, where's the consistency? And again, I can sort of see where he's coming from, even if I don't agree with what he's saying.
Totally agree. But it is a case of where is the consistency, and like if one rule for one rule for another. But as we all know, the red cards that have been given this season have been soft and they've all been complained about as not red cards. So I think we need to move away from that, and we need the consistency to be that they're not giving us red cards as opposed to they are. We need to move away from them types of tackles being red cards because it's fucking pathetic. It's ruining the game as well. Like, I've fucking never seen too many red cards this early in the season before.
No, it's ridiculous.
Like, we were talking only a couple of weeks ago about the likes of Vieira and Gerrard and Roy Keane fucking fighting out in the middle of the park with proper tackles. They'd be fucked now, wouldn't they? My God. They wouldn't even get onto the pitch from the tunnel.
No.
They'd be off before anything even kicked off. So I think we just need to go back to it being like a fucking manly sport and a contact sport, and the men's game being allowed to be physical. There's been a few games there where when it is a bit feisty and a bit physical and players are kicking out, if the ref's allowing that for one team, it's got to allow it for another. I think was it Man City and Chelsea was a bit like that. And Arsenal, who was it? Arsenal United? Played decently?
No, Tottenham, Chelsea.
No, that was fucking bizarre, that. There was one game where the ref just like sort of let everything go, and it was a feisty game.
Might have been Chelsea City then, that's what you're thinking of. The 4-0.
Yeah, it was a fucking good clash where tackles were allowed to be made, pullbacks were happening, but the game was allowed to play on and progress, and that's how I think the game should be played. If you get pulled back but you still got the ball, fucking carry on, play on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I want to see more of. I want to see more tackles. I want to see, unless you're purposely trying to hurt somebody. But again, it's just a battle of who's harder on the day, isn't it? That's how football used to be and how it should be.
Yeah. Right, so before we talk about the City game, I want to make that the sort of focal point of today. But before we talk about that, we've got to talk about the corruption. It's casting a dark shadow over the city, and we shouldn't stand for it. And I don't think we will. Now, the corruption obviously is being done by Everton. I can't even say it with a straight face. Like, look, they broke the rules. I'm not going to say it's cheating because I don't think cheating's the right word for it. I really don't. They broke the rules, though. They admitted that they broke the rules. They've worked with the Premier League, showing that they broke the rules. And now they're crying corruption because they're being punished for what they showed them that they done. I don't understand it, and it's if they want to cry corruption, fair enough. That's that's their prerogative if they want to do that. For me, I don't think you can cry corruption until something's being done one way or the other about Chelsea and City, because if they go ahead and punish, for what it's worth as well, I do think 10 points is a bit excessive. I don't think it should have been. I don't think what they've done is worse than going into administration. I don't think you should be getting less points deducted for going into administration. That's people losing their jobs. That's fucking clubs potentially going under. Like, how is that not worse than what Everton have done? I don't understand that part. I do think a point deduction is the right punishment, because these fines they're not a big enough deterrent. Imagine going to City, right? Look, you've broke the rules, so we're going to fine you 100 mil. They'll go, all right, yeah, sound. And then go and buy another 100 mil player.
I think
Anyway.
the fine folded Everton, no, to be honest. I think they'd have fucking folded into the ground. Can't even afford their own stadium, I don't think so. I think that financially, in terms of how they have cheated, and I'll say the word cheating because they had Usmanov on board on the side. That was the biggest cheat they had. That he was coming in with his Russian money until Cap blew up, and that fucked him. So if that all the shit never happened with Russia and Ukraine, they'd have still had him
Finance and everything.
Putting money in and little brown envelopes here and there to sort shit out. So they have cheated. They've just done it fucking poorly, and they got caught straight away. Man City have been doing it for fucking 12, 15 years and still arguing the toss because they've got good lawyers and they can afford. They've got Joe Anderson tweeting the FA. Do you know what I mean? It's a bit different.
Like Joe Anderson tweeting, like saying anything about anyone's integrity is the fucking worst case of pot kettle black you'll ever see in your life.
Oh, mate. He was fucking building the roads on the Albert Dock before Bramley Moore was even, like, paperwork, permission and all that. It was the fucking biggest con ever. But don't get me wrong, like, I wish it was last season because it put them down. And then we'd have seen a bigger uproar and it would have been funnier. I think they piss at the season. I think they finished fucking 15th still, even with the 10-point deduction. But that's obviously not the point. The point is that they think they've been wrong done too. But they haven't, have they? As you say, they've been asked, have you done anything wrong? You've pleaded guilty. You've worked alongside the Premier League and the FA to provide them with the information of ways have gone wrong. I think they gave them like 2 or 3 seasons to put the wrongs right, and they carried on spending. So you fucking reap what you sow. You try to get out of it one way or another, and it's fucked you. It saved them. Don't get me wrong. Like, in the long term, it saved them, because they would have been that if they hadn't spent the money here and there and got players in when they shouldn't have. They'd have might have went down, and that's where the likes of your Leeds and that are complaining, because they're apparently going to sue Everton. I think is it Leeds, Leicester, and
Southampton. I think
Southampton.
I think it's just the 3 relegated teams from last year, but
yeah, but they've all got a point to say that, if you hadn't spent the extra few million on either players or wages or whatever, would you have got that extra point or 2? Put one of them down, which again, it's all ifs and buts, but you can't say like it's corrupt when you've agreed to have bent the rules to suit yourself. You can't, unless they come out and they go to City, right? We don't think it merits anything what you've done, and the same for Chelsea. I think you deserve, to get off the hook, and we'll use Everton as the scapegoats and the, what's it called? The fucking setting the bar.
Make an example of them.
Yeah, basically. You make the example of Everton when there's teams there but Chelsea have got charges against them. City have got 116 charges. They've appealed them because they're clever. They've appealed them before they've even been fucking hit. Because they're clever. It'll take years to get City and Chelsea. But yeah, they've done the fucking dirty. They've been caught. They're fucking paying the price. Hopefully City get 10 times, 100 times, 116 times fucking more, and they end up in the National League, because that's where they deserve to be, the cheating cunts. And
yeah, that's it. Like I said, you can, if they come and go, if the Premier League come and go, Chelsea, right, haven't found anyone with you, or we have, but we're just going to find you. City, we're just going to find you, even though you're guilty. Then, yeah, then you cry corruption. But at this stage, you can't really say it's corruption because you're the only team that's being found guilty. The investigations are still ongoing. It's took them 8 months to investigate one charge for Everton. So, do the maths. How long is it going to take for them to investigate 115 charges for City? And however, I don't know how many Chelsea have got against them, but they've obviously got more than one charge as well. So these things take time, and you've just got to. I'm not going to say trust because I don't think we can trust fucking anything in football anymore. But you've got to hope that they do the right thing and they do punish them correctly. They do, if City do need to be fucking relegated right out of the football league, then they've got to do it. The level of fucking rule breaking and corruption that City have potentially done there is unprecedented. It's unheard of. Like, I don't know any other club. Be like Italy. Look at Italy. Fucking Juventus have been docked points multiple times in the past 20 years. They've been relegated. Biggest club in
off them as well.
Exactly, biggest club in Italy.
The problem with us, the problem with it is the time scale. Like, Everton have been done over 8 months. You've got a few years to get the affairs in order and failed drastically. They're still trying to plug a fucking stadium. They're paying debts on the stadium because they never agreed terms and stuff like that, where they've meant to have lent money off the council. They've put plans in place, and now that's all gone to shit. So I think between the council and Everton, they're paying like a fucking debt towards like planning permission or something mad like that. I think with City, if that goes on and on and on and on and on and on, eventually none of us give a fuck. And you go, you know what, it's fucking been and done now. Forget about it. Because like we're not going to celebrate if we get titles. If they go to us, well, then twice you were beaten by a point. We actually think you won the league, which we did, if that's the case. But we're not going to be out in the streets celebrating them league titles, are we?
No.
You know what I mean? It's just a case of we know we should have won them leagues. We should have won other cups along the way. And fucking unlucky to us. It is what it is. Unfortunately, that's the way it is. But I just hope it comes soon. I hope it comes while Klopp's still here and we can enjoy Liverpool being as good as we know they can be without the competition that is only fucking hindering us through cheating. Because otherwise, we're fucking walking on water and we're pissing every league title. And you're enjoying the likes of Arsenal coming up the fucking league table by playing with a good manager and good football and fairly and good sales and good business, you know what I mean? You'd appreciate football like that. You can't appreciate Man City getting an injury and then going out and spending 80 million on a fucking replacement. It's just crazy. It can't keep happening. But
it's real life football manager.
It is. It's mad. You can just go out and get who you want. You can go and offer your contacts to who you want. If you've got a cheat code on Footy, man, you're like, right, sound. Offer Haaland fucking 600 grand a week because no one else can compete with that. But offer him and his agents about fucking 200 million between them as well. They've offered managers fucking excessive wages where half of it, this is Mancini, a massive contract where half his wages went into a kitty towards players. So it's all fucking looped. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But when you've got billions of pounds in the bank, I think you can hire the best fucking lawyers out there. Or you can just say to whoever the hierarchy are, listen, do you want your life changing for good, forever? Yeah, there's a yacht each. Fucking do one. And I think that's where it'll go with City. Got too much money. I'd like to see stuff like that where if the owner, because Man City's state-owned, hit them for 50 bill. Let's see how much they love Man City. Give us 50 billion, or we're putting Man City in the fucking National League. Give us 50 bill, and you'll get a 5-season transfer ban. Short. Go ahead. Let's see how much you fucking love Man City, because they'll be fucking right in the National League straight away.
Yeah. Well, look, we just got to wait and see how it goes with them. Everton, as I say, I do believe they've maybe been a little bit hard done to, but look, you've got Ian Byrne fighting your corner, you got Steve Rotherham fighting your corner. Whether it works, we'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, madness. I
don't think
I didn't think they were gonna get a ban at all, to be honest with you.
No, it's because nothing's like this has happened in the Premier League before. Everton like to be the first, don't they, of everything, as we know. They had run and water before everyone and that. So I think they're the first to be caught cheating. And They have to just maybe not accept it. Said to you before, I think if something like this happened to us, I think we'd be doing the same. I think raising 30 grand for flags when there's fucking food banks and that out there is a bit fucking nuts. But, you know, if it does make a statement, it does make the FA and the Premier League cower a little bit, then it'll all be worth it for them. But they're not going to get them points back. That decision's been made. Don't think they're going to get them back. But I hope more than anything, it puts pressure on the likes of the decision for Man City, because that's all we're after is consistency. So if Everton can accept the 10 points deduction in the knowledge that Man City are going to get fucking taken to their knees and practically beheaded in front of us all, then they've got to accept it, and we'll all fight the corner with them. But my mate Aaron messaged me the other day saying, you know, if you stand by us, you don't know where it can lead. I was like, you have Man City tops on when you know Man City are fucking cheating, and you want them to win every cup over us. So no, we don't want to. We won't be standing by any cunt side like that. I hope it does put them down, even though it won't. But you know, I hope in our favour it does make the fucking Premier League panic and go, listen, if we've hit them hard, we need to hit City well harder, Chelsea well harder, because realistically, fucking Everton don't bring fuck all to the Premier League. They're just there to take part now. The bottom feeders, they're just there. Man City win trophies and bring all sorts of fucking money into the league. So the Chelsea, they win trophies. They make the league interesting. Everton are just there to take part. So see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I do think I've been a little bit hard done to some of the shouts on Twitter, fucking hell, it's been the funniest fucking 4 days on Twitter I've ever had in my life, lad. It's been unbelievable. Some of the shouts, they're all leaving Barclays Bank. Someone, I really hope it was a fucking parody, saying I've quit my job at Barclays over this. Christmas is ruined, I can't pay my mortgage, but it's worth it, and all shit like that. But lad, like, there's people genuinely like, I'm leaving Barclays. I'm not going to buy Nike. I'm not doing this, that, and the other. It's like,
did you see the bird who boycotted Domino's?
Nah.
Betty the gutter because she's fucking massive.
Fucking hell. It's just been crazy, and they've managed to blame like so many other things. Like, it's Leicester's fault for winning the league in 2017. It's their fault.
We've seen them about Man City cost them the Champions League in 2000 and something.
Yeah,
like they were going to go on to win that.
Obviously. Yeah, no, they cost them the Champions League in 2004. So they finished 17th in 03-04. And then 04-05, when we won the Champions League, they done the double over City, finished fourth, and then went out in the qualifier. So how Man City cost them that, fuck knows. I hope he was just sort of got his years mixed up massively, but yeah, fucking stupid. They blamed everything. You mentioned it. They blamed the war in Ukraine. It's their fault. They blamed Tottenham for not paying an extra 20 mil for Richarlison. They've already overspent by a good 40 mil on him anyway.
Crazy.
One of the best ones, to get him punished for regenerating North Liverpool. What else? They're getting punished for trying to expand and build a new stadium, trying to improve. They're getting punished for that.
I've seen someone.
Gylfi Sigurdsson, it's his fault because they had to get rid of him and couldn't sell him. It is, you know, Gylfi touching kids. It's all his fault.
Lad, but you know, like with Bramley Moore and that, I've seen some lad saying they're petrified of us because we'll be the new Man City. We'll get that ground, and some Arable want to come in and take us to the top, and then they don't want it. Like, of course, that's exactly what they want. That's why they've allowed it to happen to Newcastle. They want clubs to be taken over and wealthy owners to come in, so the fucking Premier League flourishes. They don't want teams going to the council and begging for loans on credit cards to build grounds. That's what they don't want. But that's everything for you. But as I say, I try and keep a straight face and I try and have a serious conversation about them. But I'm made up. I'll be honest. I'm made up. We've finally got them. But I just wish it was last season or next season because they go. Yeah. I think I just hope they appeal it and it doubles. and they just go down to their own fault. The
Yeah.
fans cost them it.
Be great, wouldn't it? No, I have said myself, this is, if there was ever a season to get a points deduction, this is the one you wanted in.
Yeah.
Although Luton have took points off both us and Everton, them Sheffield United and Burnley, they're gone, aren't they? Let's be honest, they're just awful, sadly.
Yeah, there's just at the moment there's 3 or 4 teams worse than Everton. Everton are looking all right at times, but again, I think they'll concentrate too much on stuff going on off the pitch, and it doesn't help the players and the manager. So
yeah,
I think they'll be their own downfall again. Yeah.
Sunday it's gonna be their greatest boo ever, isn't it? So
they're doing 2, doing the 10th minute as well, to dedicated to the points they lost.
I seen someone put like get in there, be angry, boo, don't just shout. And I just thought to myself, you've just described a regular Everton match. There was no difference.
I say this seriously though, because if there was any what we thought was corruption against us, we'd go all out for it. We would go all out for it, but I think we'd do it in a manner that benefited the team. I think we'd go out there and do something different, where we'd make it fucking against the opponents or whatever. We'd make the ground horrible for the opponent. They're gonna just boo and be negative, and that's what they're known for. But
I don't even think it's the sort of the fact that they wanted to appeal it and stuff like that, and the fans saying it's corruption. Like, obviously they're all entitled to their opinion, and there is some who were going about it the right way. I've seen 1 or 2 sort of level-headed blues about it, in fairness, but only 1 or 2. Don't get me wrong, not a lot.
Not one.
There's someone on Twitter, Height and Toffee, saying about like the banner thing is fucking stupid and that, and then there's another blue who set up a fundraiser for the food bank, struggling to hit $1,000, and that.
Yeah, actually, I've got blue mates there who are fucking buzzing with the $30,000 that they've made, but what's it going to do? Like,
You called it an atmosphere fund. I don't know what. I still don't know what that means.
To go down the Premier League and protest your innocence altogether, 45,000 that went to Lille. They all fucking went together and done a big march or something. Go ahead, go for it. Make a statement like that. Like, what's 30,000 going to get you in a stadium? I've seen them. They're handing out a pink corrupt card for every fan who wants one. 30 grand's worth of pink corrupt cards.
And apparently they wanted 50.
50
look, each to their own. If that's what people want to spend the money on, fair play. And, you know, if they think it's the right thing to do, again, fair play to them. I don't, again, an atmosphere fund. How do you buy an atmosphere? Like, can I get a shit one off Wish? No, I don't. I put this on Twitter and no one answered me. Like, genuinely, I'm honestly trying to understand what an atmosphere fund is. What can an atmosphere fund buy you? Like, in fairness to them, they're loud most of the time anyway. Like, they might not be fucking doing, it might not be fucking mean much half the time, but they're loud. It's a loud stadium. You hear them all the time because it's mainly booze. So actually generating an atmosphere for them isn't actually normally a problem.
It doesn't cost 30 grand to make an atmosphere. I get, like, you might want a few flags and banners and that, but fucking hell, yeah. Even at the worst case scenario, go, do you know what? We fucking overdone it here. Let's print out fucking 15,000 corruption things. But again, it's not corruption because you have admitted being guilty. So it's not corruption. It's only corruption if they don't give City or Chelsea anything. So, but get them anyway. Let's get 15,000 of them. Because not everyone's going to have one, are they? Because not everyone's a fucking gobshite. So 15,000 of them, put fucking the full Gladium flags. You can get flags for 30, 40 quid. Say 400 quid on 10 of them. A few round the corner flag. Spend 10 grand. Give the rest to the food bank. Give the rest to All Today. Zoe's place. Fucking, know what I mean? Do something positive with it.
Yeah, as well.
But just makes, like, it's just a mad one. Just, don't get me wrong.
Even if they wanted to give it to Everton in the community, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's still benefiting the club and the community in that sense as well. And again, look, I put a tweet up the other day saying, and I tagged you in it, but I don't think you'd end up seeing it. I ended up deleting it because people were saying I was trying to point score, and it just wasn't about that. I was just pointing out that people trying to raise money all year round for charity and struggle, but banners can get 30 grand. And anyway, I put something out saying literally that you raise all year round to try and get even a fraction of what they've raised for banners. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't see it, to be honest, lad, or I'd have fucking shared it myself. It's frustrating, because, you know, you're seeing the food bank fucking begging out for people, and especially this time of year where there's people not getting presents and they're asking for deodorants and link sets and stuff for women, little perfumes and stuff, bath stuff and that, because people aren't going to get fuck all themselves. You know what I mean? It's fucking sad that 30 grand could have fucking thousands and thousands of families in the city. So, now I get Everton's passion. I get that whatever they do with the money, it could make Goodison actually look fucking brilliant on the day. It's not going to fucking do anything. Just going to be a hostile environment. You'll probably have them fighting themselves in the stands. Want to be something, put your fucking sign down, you got shite, we done it. Want to be fighting with him. It's just stupid. It's just a stupid thing to do. Unless they're going to go down and make a fucking statement. They're going to be fighting that everyone in the Premier League watching Everton. Don't think they will.
No, you know, you've got to. That's not going to. All that's going to do. Premier League will just look at that and go, "Look, boss, there's loads of fans in there, loads of banners, great atmosphere. They don't care if it's a good or a bad atmosphere. They just hear noise and go, yeah, that sells. If they want to do it, you know, walk out on the fucking 31st minute or on the 10-minute or on the 10th minute, whatever minute you want to walk out.
Anyway.
Well, yeah. No, but I mean, seriously though, like, do that. Look at years ago was with the fucking the 77 walkout, you know what I mean? Like, and I get and people have said, you know, the players need the support now more than ever, and yet they do, absolutely. But if you feel that passionate about what they've done, you've got to do fucking something drastic. And what's more drastic than having a fucking massive Premier League game, Everton versus Man United, and fucking 10 minutes in, the ground is 3/4 empty.
Yeah. Just something like that. Costs nothing, and there's your atmosphere. What you want is lack of atmosphere. You don't want an atmosphere.
Exactly.
You want absolutely nothing. You want it to be dead, and you want people to go, fucking hell, look at Goodison. But I think because they have got the reputation of getting off early, it could be 2-0 to United by then.
Yeah.
So, it's just one of them. I think we've over-talked them bastards anyway. But, yeah, just for clarity, they deserve it, and hopefully Man City get the same. Well,
no, hopefully City get a lot fucking worse.
Man City get a lot worse, but I actually do hope. I hope they kick off. I hope they're all booing. They're all screaming at each other. You know, Man United score early, and then score again, and then score again, and before we know it, they'll be on the pitch fighting. It'll be fucking great. Lonsdale's everywhere, all throwing big number 10s at each other, foam fists, and be like the fucking Royal Rumble.
It's going to be interesting to say the least. But look, let's move on to City, because we've kind of got a big game ourselves. Obviously, we're just coming out of the international break, so of course we're playing at 12:30. Biggest game of the season so far, arguably. And they're putting on Saturday at 12:30. So yeah, well done, Premier League. Corrupt
as fuck.
City have apparently got every player in the squad injured, starting Sean Goater up front, with Ali Benabia left mid. Why I know that many former City players, I don't know. Stop it too. Yeah, but they're going to put him in a Liverpool kit so that he scores an own goal for them. Now, look, no one believes the list that's out there right now that all these players are going to miss the game. Haaland fucking stopped his country, didn't want to help his country go to the Euros to play a Saturday 12:30 game with 11 games gone in the season. Just cost his country the Euros well in. Never called him up for international duty again. Yeah, he had a fucking bruised ankle or something, and he's not playing for Norway, and now they can't go to the Euros.
Do you know what? I wish we'd done the same. They've got the injury list as big as it is because they want a fresh squad when it comes to Saturday at 12. So they're being fucking clever. Can't knock them.
You know what?
Ways do it, lad.
Yeah, true. You know what? I'm flattered in a way, because it proves that Pep really does still think we're the fucking biggest threat to him, because I guarantee if they were playing, I don't think they would have done that. This would have happened if they were playing United. I don't think it would have happened if they were playing City, Chelsea. It might have happened. I think it probably would have happened if they were playing Arsenal, in fairness. Maybe not as bad. But I think this is the only game he would have done that for.
Now. We've got a rivalry like no other. And I've said it before. Man City, Man United are irrelevant to me. I do actually hope Man United fucking steamroll Everton on the weekend. I really do. I hope they put 5 past them because it doesn't bother me. It doesn't ask me.
Yeah.
It affects them badly. But I don't think Man United are any threat to us whatsoever. They're in the just missed the fucking mid-table to Europa League spot, probably, I think. Arsenal, I think City see us like Chelsea did in the 2005 types of season, where we're just not going away. We're just going to be there. It's going to be us two, there or thereabouts all the time. And I think that's where City regard us at the minute. And it's, they're the same with us. I fucking hate them more than anyone. And I think that's how football moves on. I know there's people who are older than me who've from the Daglish days and that, who hate United. They just pure bitter hatred for Man United. I hated Man United because they were better than us. And I hated Alex Ferguson because he was clever and manipulative and bullied referees and officials and the media. But in a respectful way. Now, when I see him on the telly and that, I think what a manager he was. The way he fucking dictated everything in the Premier League. Cunt, but brilliant at it. I think my rivalry is where whoever's better than us at the time. And I think Man City for me is, probably throughout the last fucking 7 or 8 years, they're the team I hate the most. So I think that they'll regard us the same. And we say to them, you wanted their fans to generate a social media fucking atmosphere with us and a rivalry, but there obviously is one. They're the best team the league's probably ever seen. And then there's us fucking very closely behind them.
Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? We finally get this era where we've got the best squad that we've ever seen in our life, with world-class players at least in its prime anyway, world-class players in pretty much every position. And then there's a team there that's still just fucking a bit better than you. It's fucking horrible. It's heartbreaking. But when it was United that were dominant, we were never really at that level. We had obviously a couple of seasons where we come close to them, and the odd season where we might finish above them, and they finished third, and we finished second or something like that. But realistically, we were never really close to them when it was Ferguson. And then he's fucked off. They've continued to fall down, and City in their absence have took over that dominance. And as I say, it's just a shame that their period of dominance has happened in what should have been our period of dominance in a way.
Yeah, you can sort of compare this to Ronaldo and Messi in terms of management. 2 absolute greats going at it, but in terms of how it's managed, even Carragher and Neville have said you prefer to play for Klopp. You prefer to have Klopp as your manager of a team because he can do it on a fucking budget. Guardiola's had the fucking world handed to him time and time again, and Klopp's just built a second team out of fuck all really, and it's exciting. But I do think we'll go toe to toe with them again this season. I just hope it's because we are fucking slow starts on them half-12s, especially after the international break as well. We are slow, so I just hope it doesn't do it for us, because I think we need to be going there believing we can win. And I do believe we can win. We've just got to fucking turn up and have a go.
Yeah, I think if we concede early, I think that's us not fucked. It just depends how we react after that. But I just think you can't give them too many chances. They're going to get chances just because the players they've got and how they play, they're going to get chances. And I expect both teams to score. I don't think a clean sheet's being kept. Yeah, look, they've got fucking great players in every position. It's going to be a tough game. It's the hardest game of the season, especially there. We haven't got a great record there recently. I think the last time we won in the league was 9 years ago. I think it was actually 9 years ago today. Skertel scored that volley 4-1. I think it was. But we've obviously beat them there in the Champions League in Klopp's second the season after when we got to the final and Karius happened that season. We obviously beat them then at the Etihad. So look, I say we haven't got a great record there, but now's a good time to put it right. I think we've spoke about it on here. They're not quite as strong as they have been in recent years, even though they're still probably the best team in the league at the minute. They're not quite as strong as they have been. We're definitely stronger than we were last season. So yeah, I think now is a great time to play them. In all honesty, it's a good time of the season as well. I think because even if we don't get the result we want, I don't think it derails the season that much because it is still fairly early days.
Yeah, it's one of them. If you go there and you get a point, you're happy. If you go there and you get 3, you're fucking delighted because that is the morale boost you want going to a team like City and winning. That you're fucking effectively overtaking in the league as well. And that is a fucking a body blow. Do you know what I mean? So it's a sucker punch, and it's us saying, here we fucking are. But we've got to go and do the business on the pitch, lad. It's fucking hard, but I do think it's a good time to play them. I think the thing with City is that teams just buckle. When they start penetrating, they start putting that pressure on, teams just naturally buckle under them. Even when they're not playing that well, there's just a pressure with City. Like United years ago, you knew if United were getting beat with 15 minutes to go, they'd more than likely win, no matter how shit they were playing. Teams are just buckle. I think City are the same. They're too respected, and it allows them to have a lot more of the ball than they could have it against like a team with a bit of bottle. So I think if we go for the throats, we could harm them, could really harm them. Just got to see, like, we've had games this season where defensively we've been a bit shaky, but the midfield's been brilliant. And then likewise we've had the defence has played well, but the midfield's been non-existent. So we just need it to click. We need every fucking man and his dog to turn up. We can't have one of these games where everyone's off, because that's when you do have a fucking nightmare at that ground. But I think we've got a lot on the tank there. I actually think this season we're a better team than them. I think we're playing brilliant football in spells. We look a unit again, and it's just that little bit of shakiness at the back that's killing us, isn't it? A few mistakes here and there going up front, and we're starting to see where Haaland's getting his tap-ins again, and Nunes is having fucking 40 chances a game and not scoring, or hitting the bar in the post and getting close. But again, he's having a good season, so we could do it starting him and just feeding him. We're just seeing how we go early on.
No, I think I've said it for the last few years. City don't like it when teams come and actually have a go at them. They don't know how to. They still normally win, don't get me wrong, but they don't react to it as they should. They don't react to it well. And I think that's when you see teams who do come close to beating them or who do get results against them. That's what they do. They just get the ball and they run at them because they really don't like it. And I think that's what we've got to do. Like you said, start down, give him the ball, because he doesn't care who you are. He'll run at you. You could be fucking Nesta and Maldini in front of him, and he just go, I'm going to fucking get past him, not ask. Go, get out of my way. He's just got that about him. He's been getting praised by Messi in the week. So, that's going to pair him up as well. You know what I mean? It's like he's in a really good place at the minute. I think he's starting to pick up on the fact that people are starting to understand that what his game's about a bit and what type of player he is, that he's this explosive player who, he'll score from the halfway line with his left arse cheek, but then miss a sitter in front of goal with no goalkeeper in and hit it over the bar from 2 yards out or something. We love him, don't we? But
it's just mad. He's a mad player. I don't think he knows what he's going to do half the time. And it's hard to defend against. I don't know who it was that said about him. I think it might have been Neville. Like, even when it's not going his way and that, he just knuckles down and he just cracks on. It doesn't seem to affect him that he's missed 3 sitters or he's at the bar in the post and the keeper saved it. He just knuckles down and he cracks on. And that's all we need him to do. If he starts fucking feeling like the effects of the crowd sighing and people on social media having a little dig here and there, then you're fucked. You can't be a 22-year-old striker in our league and take any of that shit on board. Got to take the criticism off the manager. And, fucking hell, I'm sure if we had a bevy with him, you wouldn't tell him to his face that he's fucking should be scoring these goals. But he knows He's a striker, and he knows that a lot of these chances he's missing should be going in. But then, in the same fucking sentence, a lot of the goals he's scoring, you don't expect to be a chance.
Yeah.
And he's putting them in. So, got to just enjoy him. He is chaos. He's fucking carnage. He's powerful. He's a mix of all the best strikers that we've had, all bundled into one ball of fucking madness flames, and he's just great. But what you're saying about Man City before as well, they're like a school bully, Man City, and when the bully gets whacked back, he's not quite sure what to do, and that's where they're at. When we go at them, they get a bit flustered. You see them get a bit shaky. For our fucking away fans turn up and are fucking singing them off the park. You know, I think we're in for a fucking, it could be a frustrating day for them, because we've got that. They haven't played us for probably 2 seasons now, where we're fucking pressing them to the hilt and pressurising every ball, and every loose ball we get stuck in. We've got that about us again. So I don't want to fucking say too much about it, because you know what City are like.
Yeah.
They turn up, it's going to be a hard game, but I do honestly think it could be one of them days where Liverpool hit you and they hit you hard.
Yeah.
Someone do a fucking hiding as well.
I know.
It might not be City, but
no, probably won't be like.
If we play in that manner where we would against the team that's going to get a hiding, you know, you're never going to score fucking 5 goals or whatever against City. But I think if you perform in that fashion where you're just fucking literally relentless, you're like a fucking wolf on a wounded animal. Just keep going at them, press them. They'll make mistakes, we'll score goals.
Yeah. You mentioned, you know, we've had games this season where the defence hasn't been quite at it, or the midfield hasn't been quite at it. I just wanted to get you to take on the defence, and in particular Van Dijk. He was very, very, very good against Brentford, and I think he seems like he's got that bit of swagger back. He seems like he's got that bit of confidence back that he's been missing.
Yeah, I've said it, haven't I? When it's going well, he looks brilliant. He looks effortless, and it looks classy. When he's playing shite and he performs like that, it looks lethargic and lazy and arrogant. But, you know, something just clicks in your head when you've had injuries. When you've had big injuries like that, sometimes you worry to turn one way and things just aren't going quite right. I don't think it helps him that he's playing with a different partner every few fucking weeks either. And then you've got a fucking right back who's not playing right back, and a left back who's not there. And, you know, it's hard for a player who's now captain, who's having a bit of a bad fucking spell of form, who's coming back from the worst injury you can get in football. So we've got to just bear with him, but it's lovely to see him looking like his old self again, because obviously he's a fucking quality player. You can defend at the highest level into your late 30s, so he's got years left. You know, I think 32, 33. He's got years left in the tank. He doesn't have to overexert himself all the time, but I'd like to see him with the same partner every week.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that be Gomez. I'd love Gomez to get a chance and get back to where he was at as well. I think they had a brilliant connection during the season we won the league, and they loved playing with each other, and they backed each other. They understood each other, and they knew that if one of them weren't there, the other one would be.
Yeah.
So it's fucking difficult having loads of decent centre halves, but we just need fucking one who can stay fit with him.
One, yeah, consistently. No, I think the one thing that made me really think that he was sort of back to the level that we want him to be at was, I think that Mbuemo got through for Brentford, and he's just ran alongside him until he was about to shoot and just knocked it out for a corner. Like, it was prime Van Dijk. That's what he used to do to everybody. And, you know, we're going back to it. I remember he done it to Son. I think it was. He's done it to, you know, he done it to Mbappe. Like, he was head and shoot. He was the best defender on the planet. He was the best defender I've ever seen in my life at that point. And I'm not saying he's back there right now, because obviously he's not, and he probably will never get quite back there. But he's looking like a colossus again.
Do you know what? It's hard to say whether he can get back there, because the levels were there as well. Because as a unit, we were fucking magnificent. And you don't forget, like, the players he's lost from that midfield who would have supported him, the likes of Wijnaldum's and that, the likes of Henderson were an engine. You know, it's a fucking few losses there where Henderson aged rapidly. Fabinho fucking aged. I've never seen anything like him. Like something from Back to the Future that comes.
I know.
Honestly, I think there's loads of issues where a defender struggling. It's not just him. or little piece of the puzzle not quite clicking and pieces going missing. And as I say, like if Fabinho, Henderson, Wijnaldum all not being there, they were like a pinnacle of how good we were. They were there. And Van Dijk very rarely had to defend. It's only now that he's having to really defend. We're like, fucking hell, he's struggling a bit, but it's hard. It's good to look great when you haven't got to do a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think the way he carried himself during the times when he didn't really have to defend, he might have done like what you've just said then against the Sun or something once a game, and we were like, fucking no one's going past him. But now it's 3, 4, 5 times a game he's having to defend. But again, I think as you say about Wemo, is it where he didn't want to actually take him on. He sort of gauged it and went, I can't get past him, it's fucking pointless. So we just never tried. And that's where if you can get Van Dijk back to that, where
players don't want to interact with him.
Yeah, he's not showing like his body language. You can see what way he's gonna go and stuff, and he never had that. You never knew what he was doing. Remember, he made that fucking comment, didn't he, where he said he watches the man's eyes and that to see where he's gonna go. And now, once you know that that's what he's doing, you fucking don't give him the signs. So, just fingers crossed he's fucking back on the way to being what he was. But it all worked with the team as well, as long as the team are helping him. Like, I think going forward, I want to be seeing Enzo just in that holding midfield role. I want to see him playing consistently and having a proper holding midfielder. He's only going to get better. As daft as he is at doing some challenges and, soft fouls, sometimes you need a player who's just designated that job. Just if they get through, kick him, bring him down. Lucas Leiva.
Literally just took the word out of my mouth. It's Lucas Leiva.
Yeah, just fucking bring him down. Just play a simple pass. I've just brought up Salif Diao in the same fucking. But you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Just fucking, if you can't do anything else, bring them down. But Lucas Leiva's role was that: get the ball, play a simple pass, and if they get through,
get the yellow card.
All of them will get booked, and that's what Endo's doing at the minute. But we've discussed McAllister, and I think McAllister has to be alongside Szoboszlai or Gravenberch. I think that's how it's got to be, because I just don't think he's doing as well as he should be in that number 6 role at the minute. As I said before, like, I'm not judging him on it. He's learning a new role in a new team. He's learning on the go, but I don't think like you can play someone who's learning a role against like Man City.
No,
so
you can't.
That'd be weird. I'd be Enzo against Man City starting for me with Szoboszlai, and I'd even fucking who else?
Well, that's it. You've got a choice now, haven't you? Because Gravenberch has played well when he's played. McAllister would be good. He's just didn't play against Brentford. Obviously, did he being banned? So obviously, there's him. There's the potential of Curtis Jones coming back, who we look like we've missed, in fairness, since he's been out the team.
Yeah. I think I'd probably, as mad as it is, I'd probably say Curtis Jones, because he's a little bit of everything. He does get back and put a tackle in as well, and he can be creative and create something from nothing. But if you're going to be serious, I think the lineup will be Enzo, Szoboszlai, McAllister.
Yeah.
But I think Klopp will play McAllister as a 6. Anyway.
I do, and I think he'll play Gravenberch.
But I think you've just got to be cautious with the midfield being too attacking. I think we need someone who's going to just fucking not go past the halfway line and just stay where he is. For me, he's Endo. Yeah.
No, but look, it's an intriguing game. It always is against City. You never really quite know what to expect. With them, they're just great games, aren't they? As I've vet for the Premier League go, this is normally the one you look for. So no, I'm looking forward to it. It's fucking mainly just because it's no international football now until next year. Like, that's just the best thing about it all. Yeah,
it's just literally zone out. Like, probably tell on this podcast, I've seen no footy for like a week and 2 weeks and just fucking zoned out. It just doesn't interest me. I hate it all.
Doesn't seem.
All I seen the other day was that penalty for Maguire.
Yesterday, yeah.
That's not a penalty. I only seen a highlight of it, but fuck me, he gives him the ball and then drags him down to the floor. Like, fuck me, it's superb. That, like, something off the context.
Crazy, isn't it? Well, look, we'll leave it there for today. We'll be back next week to talk about the City result, no matter what. But yeah, in the meantime, drop us a like or subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on social media, me and obviously Jay at Scouse Republic. He's got an event coming up in a couple of weeks, raising money for the food bank, night of comedy in the Sylvestrian. Links in his bio, so head over to his Twitter and go and get tickets. It costs you £5 and you'll get a night of fucking boss comedy for it, and it's helping a good cause. No, nothing else to do. Fucking, that's it. That's all that needs to be said about that. It's going to be a boss night. I can't wait. But look, yeah. As I say, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you want to follow us. TikTok, we're everywhere. Might not be active on them, but we're everywhere anyway. But important ones is YouTube and your Spotify's and your Apple podcasts and Google podcasts and all that. If you drop us a rating on there and subscribe to us on those as well, it helps us get out and get seen by and heard by more Liverpool fans around the world, which is the fun part for us. So until next week, up the Reds.
So the Blues are inevitably going to bite. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, love you.
Up the Reds.